What's going on, gentlemen? Today we're going to talk about the best ALC settings that I think is out there. Because I've been playing this game since, what, season 0. Third day came out. Been changing settings here and there since ALC came out. And I'm telling you, this is it. Alright, let's get right into it. I'm not going to go through any of these, like, you already know. It's our preference. These are stuff that affect the game. If you're playing classic, I'd rather you stick with this. If you're playing anything 10 response curve and above, you play with this. Even the classic is 15. You stick with the default. Alright, moving on. I think linear is the best for me. I've already made a video about this. Check it out on my channel. Why would you want to play linear? Why would you want to play classic? Alright, linear is good for close range, good for quick tracking, fast-paced movement, especially if you're on PC with a controller. It's hard to play classic. You gotta play. I prefer to play linear, and all of these are preferences. The only thing you care about is these top 3 right here. Right? These are the only things that are gonna make our everything here should be personal preference. If you want some extra yaw, make it faster when you turning, you keep that on there. But that's inconsistency. So there's a trade-off here. If you want if you just want to make this fast and without messing up your consistency, it's a trade-off because it's too fast. All right, and then you got your pitch. That's a personal preference. You want to for your ADS y'all, right? It's personal preference. Some people like to have it 140. I like mine 120. But if you keep them the same, there's a benefit. There's a consistency, but also it's gonna be hard to control. But that's why I dropped it down a little bit. Obviously, you got aim assist turned on, and if you go up here, my reasons behind this. 5, I used to play on 8 dead zone. You don't want to go to 0 because when you go to 0 dead zone, you think it would help your shot, but it wouldn't, right? Because it's too wobbly. If you make any, like, we're humans, we make mistakes, right? If you make any little error, it's gonna register in your shot. So you want to have a little, you gotta give yourself a little room for error, especially when you're on something like linear. So by doing that, you put it on 5. I even think 5 is too low. Some of you, if you're starting to go on linear, go with 8, right? So you have that room to make mistake. You can like easily correct your shots, and when you get used to it, high dead zone's not all that bad. All right, your auto threshold. If you have control freaks, keep it on 2. If you don't have control freaks, you can go to 0. You can do whatever, but control freaks makes it the longer you stick, the more you gotta go up because it slows your it makes your stick less, like, I don't know, quick with the control freaks. So I have a control freak, so I keep it at 2. So not even go to 3. And the dead zone, the response curve, I wouldn't recommend going to 0 because that's just too much. You want to have at least like a curve on there, because the 0 is not the problem is not that it's fast, it's too linear, right? There's no acceleration in the aim at all, right? So if you have 1, there's going to be a point where, like, if this guy is moving too far right, you can kind of accelerate. The aim accelerates a little bit. 2, it's not about speed, it's all about acceleration in the aim. When you go to 10, there's the curve right there. You see the curve from the bottom right? That's how much your aim will curve to the fastest. It won't just go from fast to fast. It will actually, there'll be a difference in there, right? So that's why you don't want to just go to 0. So I would stay with 1. You can try 2. You can go all the way up to like 7. But if you're going above 7, then you might as well just play default, because then you just have regular shit. And then 15, classic. This is classic. People are saying it's 10. It's not. Alright, so that's it. I don't want to make the video too long, but yeah, that's the settings right there.